you. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, a distinguished guest. Welcome to this very special occasion where we launch the new partnership between the International Olympic Committee and Allianz. We're here live in Munich at the Allianz headquarters, so I'd like to welcome everybody, of course, and also everybody watching on our live stream. Welcome. My name is Colin Jackson. It really gives me great pleasure to guide you through today's proceedings. Now, as an Olympic medalist, I am always very pleased and excited with these type of partnerships. And also, it is great to see that joining us, we have the president of the IOC, Mr. Thomas Bach, Andrew Parsons, president of the International Paralympic Committee, and of course, Oliver Beta, the Allianz CEO. Thank you for joining us, gentlemen. Thank you. But first of all, to shine a little bit of more light on the partnership, please welcome onto the floor Jean-Marc Parole, the head of market management and distribution of Allianz. Thank you, Jean-Marc.
Thank you, Colin. So, I'm really happy, proud and honored to be there, to be on stage after these 9 months of hard work to announce the birth of this partnership. It's now official. Allianz and the International Olympic Committee are partners. Allianz is becoming the top insurance partner of the Olympic movement, which is a great announcement and a great event. When we worked with the team, and when I worked with the team to prepare this event, I had many discussions with colleagues, employees, partners, tied agents, brokers, and I had one question. The question was why? Why does Allianz decide to become a partner, a top partner of the Olympic movement of the International Olympic Committee? And I will try to give you some answers in a very short period of time because I have just 5 minutes. The first answer is that it's because it's evident. The Olympic movement is the largest, by far, event in the world in the sport ecosystem. 4.5 billion people watching the Olympic game opening ceremony, 2.5 billion people watching the Paralympic opening ceremony. It's amazing. This movement is enormous. And we are, by the way, the largest global insurer in the world. We have 150,000 employees, 500,000 intermediaries. We have about 250 million direct and indirect clients in 67 countries. So it's a no-brainer. The largest sport movement, the largest insurer in the world, together. It makes a lot of sense. This partnership will give us a huge impact, will have a huge impact on our awareness. And especially in 2 specific regions, in China, Asia, and United States, which are, by the way, 2 of the regions we target to improve our footprint and our business for the future. This partnership will have also a direct impact on our image. Allianz is known as a solid, efficient, resilient, performant insurance company. It's probably linked to our German roots. But we want to add something. We want to add emotion. We want to add innovation because we are an emotional company, because we are an innovative and agile company. And because of that, this partnership makes a lot of sense. Of course, with this partnership, we will increase the engagement and the commitment of our employees and intermediaries. I remember when I was in France, I had the chance to sign a partnership with the National Olympic Committee in France. I remember the face of the people when they had their business card with the 5 rings on it. Just the 5 rings make light in their eyes. It was incredible. And this engagement and commitment will, of course, have a direct impact on our business. And let's talk about the business. We will become the insurer of the Olympic movement. We will insure the IOC. We will insure the National Olympic Committees. We will insure the athletes participating to the Olympics. We'll be the insurer, we'll be the investor, and we'll be the asset manager, which is incredibly powerful for us. And last but not least, I will say that because of the work you have done in the IOC to increase the awareness of the Olympics through the Olympic Channel, we will be able to join a new generation. The Olympic Channel aims to have 1 billion followers in the next 10 years. We want to be a part of this fantastic project. We want to support you and we want to give you all the content we can provide and all the capacities we have to reach this target together. And to finish, I will just give you a personal story. When I was in France, as I said, I had the chance to sign this partnership with the National Olympic Committee, and I had the capacity to invite my best performers to the opening ceremony of the London Olympic Games. We had the meeting point at the train station, and when I arrived at the train station, I saw my best sales manager crying. Of course, I went to him and I said, what is happening? You have a problem? You have a problem with your family, something? And he said, no, Mr. Payot, I have no problem. I'm just living my dream. Since I'm young, I always dream to participate and to attend to the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games. And I think that this emotional part is probably the most important part we have to keep in mind in this partnership. So again, we are really happy, really proud to be the insurance top partner of the Olympic Games and to enter in this very small club of the 14 top partners and to share the same table with Samsung, Alibaba, General Electric, Intel, and all the other top partners. So thanks for you. Thanks for that. We had done a great job, and we are really happy to have signed this partnership. Thanks a lot.
So, Mark, thank you very much there for both your personal and the business thought on this partnership. So, with the Allianz side done, in that sense, I think it'd be nice to hear the IOC's take on this partnership. So please give a very warm welcome to Mr. Takeda. He's a fellow Olympian. He's also the chair of the IOC Marketing Commission. Mr. Takeda. Thank you.
Dear colleagues and friends from Allianz, dear from IOC and the IPC, and also the dear athletes. Thank you all for joining us here today. I must say, first of all, it is my great pleasure to be back here in Munich, which hold very fond memories for me. As I competed in the Olympic Games in Munich, 1972, in the equestrian jumping events. Es ist ebenfalls ein großes Freund, hier bei der Allianz so herzlich willkommen zu sehen. On behalf of the International Olympic Committee, we are thrilled to have reached an agreement with leading global insurance company, Allianz, to become a worldwide top partner. From 2021, Allianz will be the Olympic movement's exclusive partner in the insurance category. Jean-Marc, we are grateful for the faith that you and your team have shown in the future of the Olympic Games and the Olympic values. This new partnership demonstrates the global appeal and the strength of the Olympic movement. The top program is global sponsorship program. At its benefits, future games organizers, the national Olympic committees, and their athletes. The IOC distributes more than 90% of its income to the wider sporting movement, which means that every day the equivalent of $3.4 million goes to help athletes and sports organizations at all levels around the world. We are delighted to be working together in the long term with you to support sports globally. Allianz has built a global business founded on trust. At the IOC, as the leader of the Olympic movement, we understand the importance of trust and collaboration with our stakeholders. This mutual understanding and trust will form the basis of solid foundation for our partnership. As part of your strategy, Allianz dares to embrace innovation. Through Olympic Agenda 2020, the IOC's strategic roadmap for the future. We are also embracing the opportunities that digital platforms offer us to engage with fans. Through our partnership with Allianz, we look forward to continuing our exciting journey together with a focus on digital activation and engaging young people around the world. Allianz also encourages its millions of customers around the world to explore life. I can say on behalf of the IOC, the Olympic towns around the world, and the organizers of future Olympic Games, that we very much look forward exploring life in partnership with you. Thank you.
What better way, really, to drive home to all of us here the meaning of the Olympic motto, faster, higher, and stronger, than, I guess, to invite some sports stars and athletes themselves onto the stage. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from the world of surfing, Aritz Aramburu. Thank you. From wheelchair basketball, Laura Fust. Thanks, Laura. And from the Allianz home team and badminton player, Zeni Rohayati. Thanks, Laura. Well, first of all, guys, I'll ask you to grab your mics here. I think we know each other all very well. We were lucky enough to go and spend time dinner last night. And we were kind of discussing this whole motto thing of, and thinking between us how we could split it up, right? Now, we came to the conclusion that because I come from the world of sprinting, it seemed right that I did the faster element, yeah? We all agreed with that. So with that in mind, I thought to myself, well, because I'm not asking the questions, I better think about what faster actually means. So I looked it up as an adjective, fast, and it means actually moving or capable of moving at high speeds. So as a high hurdler and a world record holder at high hurdles, I fit that definition. Yep, we all agreed with that. But, you know, what is clear, and I would think about, again, that word faster, you know, is that what we do in our own world. You know, we can't take any shortcuts to be faster. We still got to work hard. We've got to stay committed. We've got to keep our integrity. And whilst we're working hard to do and reach our targets, we decided that really the way to the top, the fastest way to the top, is to stick to it and keep well dedicated. And for me, that's what I always kept in mind. But it was also quite interesting because my coach was a funny old man, I must admit. And he used to say to me, you know, the road up, you take your time. It's a lot of hard work, years and years and years. But he said, if you don't work hard and stick to it, the road to the bottom is the fastest road you'll ever take, yeah? So for me, I kind of learned from him really quickly that. But if we're going to talk about, I guess, we're going to talk about surfing now. I mean, surfing has come into the Olympic Games. It's going to debut in Tokyo. Tell us, as a kid, did you ever imagine that you'd be striving higher and get into the Olympic Games?
To be honest, no.
Okay.
I mean, surfing had some interesting roots since long time, and even 10 years ago, if somebody asked if if surfing could be part of the Olympics, it's so incredible that it's happening. You know, it's so refreshing, and it's just a new goal to set in my sport to be part of the Olympics. You know, it's the biggest sport events in the world with the best sportmen and women. So it's incredible to have the chance of.
So in your mind, your actual sport itself will really appreciate being part of the highest sporting, I guess, festival ever, isn't it? Be accepted in.
That's right. That's right. To be, to have the chance of being one of these incredible humans, and to be. I mean, I never thought on Olympic medals in surfing before, So it's something really new, really refreshing, and as I said before, we have to keep dreaming now and achieve more goals. Yeah.
Okay, it's a question I've got to ask you. Have you ever rode the perfect wave?
I'm still looking for it.
Oh, sorry, okay.
Hopefully it's going to happen in the Olympics.
I like that, yeah. Brilliant. But you mentioned earlier that you never dreamt ever that, the surfing would be in the Olympic movement itself. It is there now, it's happening in Tokyo. So would there be any message you'd give to youngsters who are dreaming about perhaps their sport being at the highest level?
Yeah, of course. It's I'm always been such a big dreamer. I'm coming from a place that no one before achieved to be in the first division of surfing before. So everyone around besides me and my coach couldn't imagine that it was possible to make it. But we dreamed it, and I think it's the most important thing to achieve something, to dream it. So yeah, I think my advice for the kids is always to dream higher. Now we have, and keep dreaming always, because now we have a new dream, which are the Olympics. So something new, a new goal, and let's try to get it.
Aris, thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Laura, if I can turn to you now, and after our conversation last night, I mean, to me, you epitomise the word strengthened and stronger, both physically and mentally. And you competed at the Rio in Brazil there, which was a fantastic result to you, which we'll get on to shortly. But you also said to me that how important the Paralympics was to you after your accident in 2008. Why? Would you like to tell everybody why?
Well, I had my accident in 2008 in March, and I started in rehab to play wheelchair basketball. And there's a group of guys playing at the rehab facility, and one of the guys who went there went to the Paralympics in August, to the Beijing Paralympics, and I watched it and I knew this guy, and I just got so fascinated by the sport and about the event, and so I just had a huge dream that I wanted to get there, and I really. From the start, when I watched it, 2008, I knew I had the goal. I want to be participating at the Paralympic Games at some point.
So you missed 2012 because you were a little bit too young. Yeah, would you say that?
Well, not good enough yet, but had to keep working. Had another 4 years, and yes, 2016 worked out.
Yep, it worked out indeed. You headed to Rio with the German team. And what was great when you came home with a silver medal. I mean, incredible performance. For me, in your mind now, is this something that would make the whole team stronger? They believe they can go towards Tokyo and get home another medal?
Yes, of course, it helps to know what the team is able to achieve and what we can do. But in the end, you have to go from game to game and play the best game every single time. And then, of course, the goal is to achieve a medal in Tokyo, even though there's a long way to go. We first have to qualify next year. But yes, it's a huge goal that we have.
Well, without revealing any secrets, right? Because people will be listening and they'll be wondering what you're going to do to change things. But is there any tiny things that the team could really adapt that will make a big difference in your performances?
I think in team sports, it's always very important how good the chemistry inside the team is and how good you get along and get to every single way of how your teammates are playing. And if this is possible, then you can step up another big step to achieve great goals.
Now, this is going to be a little bit corny and cheesy, but I'm going to ask you the question anyway. What are your strengths? What in your mind makes you stronger than anybody else?
I guess my biggest strength is that I'm always positive and that I try to keep people together and work together on a goal, and I try to keep them get them to step up and get better and stronger, so that if everybody on the team is getting a little stronger, the entire team really steps up.
And you're the person to drive that. Laura, thank you very much. Now, Sally, wow.
Yes.
What a story. Badminton player. But, you know, when we talk about the whole Allianz bringing together, you know, on the concept and also how you work together in that sporty environment, can you explain to us a little bit about the whole Allianz Games in that sense? How does it work?
I was participating in Allianz Sport 2018, and being part of this event is awesome and makes me feel so happy. And to be honest, Allianz never stopped me to want to be a champion, no matter who I am. And look at me, I'm still can do a lot of things. And then, yeah.
The event itself happens every 4 years, doesn't it? So it kind of mirrors, I guess, the Olympics. Yeah.
It's 4 years, once in 4 years.
And how did you end up winning the bronze medal?
Well, I have to pass the selection in a national, and then I go to Munich, yay, and exciting things. And look at that, my colleagues is surprising because they only, I thought that you only are cooking things or whatever, but they never thought that I am a badminton player. And then, well, I am to be honored being part of that event. And when I came there, because I have to prepare everything before 3 months. And Indonesia is also have a fasting month, so when people coming home after the work, I still practicing. And yes, when I came there, I only thinking about I have to win.
You have
something
to win.
like
have to
that.
win something. And what was it like for the whole team when you arrived back with your bronze medal? Were they shocked, genuinely shocked?
Yes, they are surprised. They are happy for me, and then they think that, oh, okay, something that people do something more, of course they will get more. So I hope that I can inspire this feeling to many colleagues that no matter who you are, that what we can do is act like champion and become the real champion. That's the best way we can do.
Yeah, for sure. Now, of course, you work with Allianz,
Yes.
the company itself.
Yes.
How excited were you when you heard the news that they were going to be the Olympic
Oh,
partners?
Colin, I think it's the perfect matchmaker between Allianz and Olympic, because Allianz is a company, but inside the company is a people, and they give a lot of opportunity to the people, such as like me. Allianz embrace every people, and I feel that Allianz is the best company I've been worked. So I think I'm so happy with that. I'm looking forward for this. Yeah. Yes, happy, and I believe that in Indonesia is also.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Now, add to that, your president in Indonesia says he would love the Olympic Games to come to Indonesia in 2032. What do you think
yes.
about that?
Oh, can you deliver to my president after this? Well, Colin, I do believe that my current president, Mr. Jokowi, will be able to show the world that our country, Indonesia, with the diversity and also with the never give up spirit, will show the best Olympiad in 2032. And I really looking forward with that. And I wish that everybody will be understand that our country is now growing up. We change to be a better. That's what I want to tell all of you here. So I think it will be, maybe Allianz and also can be a sponsor at 2032.
Well, Zeddy, I'm pretty sure they're very pleased to have you working with them in their country. Thank you very much to our athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, our athletes. Thank you. Thank you. Stay there if you don't mind. So even though we all do come from very different backgrounds and countries, it's really clear, isn't it, what brings us all together? It's that true passion and love for sport. Well, today, the collaboration with Allianz and the IOC, it really brings together like minds, minds that strive for perfection and always achieve excellence. With that in mind, can you please give a very warm welcome onto the floor the CEO of Allianz, Mr. Oliver Beta, and the IOC President, Mr. Thomas Bach.
Good to see you.
Good, thank you. Thank you very much. Excellent stuff. Also, could I invite onto the floor, please, for some photographs, the IOC President, IPC President, Andrew Parsons. Andrew, can you join us here? Mr. Takeda, could you join us? And of course, Jean-Marc, can you join us? And athletes, please, can you join in the center here for some photographs as well, since you are very much part of the movement. Yep. Yep, we can go to the center here. We can take a picture. Thank you. Excellent. There you go. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of this particular part of the proceedings. I think it's the very big beginning of a huge step forward for Allianz and the IOC. For everybody who contributed in getting this event here today, thank you all very much. Of course, for our distinguished guests who love the torch. It was the most important thing. And for you watching on the live stream, thank you very much indeed. My name is Colin Jackson. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful day. Thank you.